Bitcoin is not an investment. Bitcoin is the end game. Bitcoin is the end of investing. Once you realize what Bitcoin is, which is superior monetary asset with absolute digital scarcity, you will realize that Bitcoin is the end game. You don't need to invest in all these different things to try to get to the end game. You already hold the greatest monetary asset that's going to appreciate by 20 to 30% against fiat currencies for the rest of time. And once you realize that, you will relax a lot more in knowing that you hold sound money into the future. Once you capitalize yourself, capitalize your life and your business on sound monetary asset, then you don't need to invest. The reason investing is so important in our current financial system is because the money is broken. You need to invest into different things. You need to diversify so you can escape monetary debasement and hold purchasing power into the future. But when you adopt Bitcoin in your life and capitalize on it, then you already own capital in the future. You don't need to worry about investing at that point. Michael Saylor always says that diversification is simply selling the winner to buy the losers. When you realize Bitcoin is superior money, you don't need to, buy these investments that are just basically sloshing around capital in this fiat money system, which is built on top of broken money. And when a system is built on top of broken money, investing turns into basically a casino where you're hedging your bets in different places, trying to get the best return into the future. And these things, like companies you're investing in, might not even exist in the future. But Bitcoin is capital that's going to preserve its purchasing power for hundreds and thousands of years into the future. And once you realize that, there's no going back. There's no going back to having a fiat mindset where you constantly have to evolve your investing strategy to keep up with the markets. You just hold Bitcoin into the future. Try to learn as much as you can to acquire as much Bitcoin as you can now, because Bitcoin is guaranteed purchasing power in the future. Bitcoin is the end game. And when the money is broken, like fiat currencies, like the dollar, then money is just a short-term thing that you're using to try to achieve a result in the future. And what I mean by that is your purchasing power of your dollars it's at its peak potential right now in this moment. But with Bitcoin, its peak potential is 10,000 years from now, right? It has that staying power as a digital commodity. It has that kind of staying power. But with dollars, your highest potential of your purchasing power is in this current moment, because even a year from now, those dollars are going to buy less and less over time. That's guaranteed to happen. So right now, your dollars have the most energetic potential, the most monetary potential. So you're encouraged to spend and invest those dollars while you can. But with Bitcoin, you relax because this asset is going to be valuable for hundreds and thousands of years, and it's only going up from here. It was designed to only go up forever in value because it's absolute digital scarcity, it's pristine capital, it's better money. I repeat those points over and over because that's the most important thing. Bitcoin is worth whatever everything else in the world is worth, divided by 21 million Bitcoin. And it's such a powerful concept once you're able to understand it. And just by doing the research now, you are putting yourself so far ahead of the curve. And people don't realize it yet. People don't understand it, even though humans crave scarcity. And once you understand how scarce Bitcoin really is, and there's not that much left to be accumulated, and you need to accumulate it now, then it just clicks for you, and you'll want as much Bitcoin as you can get because it's purchasing power in the future. With dollars, it's nice to have more money. It's nice to have more dollars, but you're not incentivized to save. Bitcoin incentivizes and rewards savers. And I can't even describe to you the amount of peace that comes over you when you realize that, you have sound money, and you understand sound money before 99% of people understand what it is. And the potential you have just by holding on to this thing into the future is so great that I don't think we can even comprehend it. And I really try to avoid like making price predictions for Bitcoin unless it's like a really specific thing, just because I don't like to like speculate or like have a certain expectation. But I always just like to say that the price of Bitcoin denominated in dollars has no top. There's no upper limit because there's no lower limit to the value of the dollar. So there's no upper limit of the price of Bitcoin into the future, right? At one point, it's not even going to make sense to measure Bitcoin in dollars because Bitcoin is worth everything in the world divided by 21 million. So at some point, the dollar is going to fail, right? It's pretty much inevitable. There's no staying power for a currency backed by nothing. There's no reason a currency backed by nothing would continue to exist into the future at some point, right? It's inevitable that it's going to collapse, and people will move on to something else. So when you buy Bitcoin today, you're buying capital for the future, and there's no other asset, there's no other investment that gives you that. So if you're treating Bitcoin like any other investment, like a stock that you're trying to buy and hold into the future so that its value goes up, then you're not thinking about it correctly. You have to do the research at this point, right? It takes 100 to 1,000 hours of research. There's so much good content out there, but if you do that research now, you are going to be so far ahead that you can't even comprehend how far ahead you're going to be. So yeah, check out some more of my videos if you want to learn more. I try to talk about this every day, but there are a lot smarter people out there than me too that you can learn from. I just finished watching Michael Saylor's keynote from this year's Bitcoin conference, the 21 Ways to Wealth, which was an amazing watch. I'd recommend that for sure. But yeah, that's about it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. That helps out the channel a ton. And yeah, as always, together, let's work, save, build a better future with Bitcoin. See you in the next video.